What is up, everybody? So, having one day, everyone doing today. Good morning, good night, good century, or wherever it is you're watching it from, or what different time frame you're watching this from whether you're from the distant future or in the past or here in the right now. So, it's a little thing different. If you have been watching my previous streams, um, do you notice anything different? Anything that makes you want to go, ooh, the watermark is gone. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get your head right. No, for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Senior Deplorable on Twitch. I also have a YouTube channel, the Francisco Guerra Show on YouTube. I will mention it in the chat, or actually, hold on. Let's see what we can do here. I'll do that later. Fuck it. So, so let's get into it. I do have a lot of things to talk about. What I do plan on doing is doing a lot of more of these little recordings so I could put on my YouTube channel. Also, what I want to do is I also want to do actual live streams. Um, I might have to change my schedule a little bit because I am doing two jobs. I'm doing my main full-time job, and I am doing I guess you could call it like a side hustle or something like that. I believe that's what's going on. So without further ado, let me talk about certain topics. There's so much going on, not just COVID-19, CV, coronavirus, or whatever you want to call it, or President Trump being impeached again or trying to be impeached again. A lot going on, and even touching on old news that I just found out. And speaking of which, this old news I found was to be pretty disturbing if you really think about it. And it involves one of well, I wouldn't call them my favorite band, but it's a band that I really like listening to. Um, and their last music came out a few years ago. It really wasn't that great of an album, in my opinion, except for a couple songs. I know they were trying to be more mellowed out, semi-political. Um, but what I heard about, well, I didn't. This wasn't brought to my attention until a couple of days ago. But this story happened months ago. I'm talking about Yellowcard. Now, if you don't know who Yellowcard is, Yellowcard is I wouldn't call them mainstream, but they're like in that blurred area in between mainstream, punk, emo. And it's like, it wavers from time to time. But as you can see on the title screen, on my DuckDuckGo search engine, you can see Yellowcard lawsuit. And they were suing a rapper by Juice WRLD. Now, I do not know who Juice WRLD is. I do not know what, possessed Yellowcard to do it, to go on with the suit, especially considering that this Juice WRLD individual had passed away at the time. And it was just, I'm like, whoa, what the hell, man? They actually are going through the lawsuit even though he passed away. So here's from Rolling Stones. This is how I heard about it, just like a majority of people. But for those of you who do not know, I'll reiterate it. Yellowcard torn, but proceeding with Juice WRLD Lucid Dream lawsuit. Now, no, shut up. Trying to send me ads and shit. So this band is suing Juice WRLD over the melody of his music, one of his songs, Lucid Dreams. Now, not the beat, not the lyrics, not the instrumental tone, talking about the melody. So, like when you're like a little kid, I don't know how it is now, but like in music class, there's like that little melody thing where it has like the little pointing thing. It's just like going back and forth like this, and then you're like supposed to clap every time it clap, clap, clap. As a musician or someone who makes music, in tone or melody they want to put it in. According to Yellowcard, they believe that Juice World and his song Lucid Dreams was very similar. Their beginnings are very similar, are almost like identical. But the thing about it is, it's not one of those things where you can, it's blatant. Like if Juice World called or did the lyrics the same, or if he was in the bass guitar, doing the same thing, doing the same riffs or drums or whatever, maybe you can have a case. But this is like a blurred line, of like you don't really know on what happened or how it's perceived. I guess that's a better way I can explain it. Because if people are starting to sue people based off the melody, and I've heard this comment a lot on YouTube, Drake would be sued or Drake would be bankrupt. And that's absolutely true because a lot of rappers copy their music, or not necessarily copy, but have different tones and different melody formats whenever they're, sending out their verse, or when they're doing their bars in a certain way. And that's not only gonna hurt someone. Let's say people try to sue Drake, but Drake can also sue them. All the small time rappers that are trying to come up, and then they're trying to sound like Drake, or they're trying to sound like the Future or the Weeknd. They can turn around, or their people could turn around and go after the smaller content creator or the smaller upcoming rappers. And now, the no, I don't have a dog in the house, or I don't own a dog. That's what I was like. I don't know what the fuck that was. That just creeped the shit out of me. Um. Anyway, let's continue. King and Falafalo. So while they are absolutely aware how this may be perceived and truly have incredible mixed emotion, the question is whether it's fair that all of those many parties profile will continue to profit of what my client believes strongly was their work. This is according to Yellowcard's prosecution, the lawyer that's representing Yellowcard. The law firm that added the $15 million figure attached to the lawsuit was falsely reported, and Yellowcard are simply seeking what the law allows and what parties in their position have sought in similar cases, which at this point is not determined. So basically, there's this thing around about $15 million that Yellowcard wants $15 million of Juice World and his people, and which, according to this report, is saying that no, they didn't ask for 15 million or 20 million or 10 million. They just asked, hey, we don't want him copying our melody. We should be compensated in a way that the law allows. So it's kind of a blurred line because the law can just like, okay, here's 5 million. Or actually, you know what? Here's 20 million. Or here's 25 million. Which I don't think that would go that high, especially a song that was made in 2006. Um, it's a pretty absurd, and I noticed a lot of both Yellowcard and Juice World fans got really angry with the band, and that makes sense. It just, and think about this for a second. And another thing, if I'm Yellowcard, if I'm the members of that band, would you would you really want to go through this lawsuit? I mean, it's not that Juice World was, a big time Jay Z level, Drake level, um, Wiz Khalifa level type rapper. He was known, but he wasn't like way up here and stuff like that. So it's not as if the company was, I didn't hear him on the radio every single day like these other big name rappers. Do you really want to push forward with this lawsuit, especially if you you're in a lose-lose situation anyway? But if you lose, not only you don't get paid, but you got fans in your own camp as well as Juice World's camp coming after you. And I already saw the comments in Hollywood Die. Uh, I'm not going to play the song due to obvious reasons. YouTube will censor me forever. But with with the state of music being on a short lease, especially those that are smaller content creators, you really have to worry about laws like this, because if they can do this to music, they can do this to other forms of entertainment. They could feel like, oh, this small time content creator is not going to let this semi large content creator, because the tone of his voice, the way he pronounces certain words in a certain melody and time frame, and it mimics my style of making music or commentating on a video. This can lead like Pandora's box. And here, let me read some of the comments. Again, I'm not going to play the video. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, you can stay right there, commercial. All right. And I like this band too. I grew up listening to this band. Oh, no. I have to do that in post editing now. I can't do that now. Oh, yeah, but look at the likes dislikes ratio. You would like maybe about a year ago, you would never see a like dislike ratio like this. 41 dislike. Yesterday it was 40,000 dislikes, and I had a higher like ratio. So right here, Yellowcard coughs. Me trying to hold in a cough so they don't sue me. All right. If you could sue someone over stealing a flow, Drake would be bankrupt. And again, that was the comment that I kept seeing into all different types of forums, whether it be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Discord. This is what I was talking about. This is what I am concerned with as a content creator myself. Am I, following a certain melody, a certain tone of voice that another big content creator that I don't know about knows? And is that person going to come after me and false claim against me and come after me, and I can't monetize, I can't promote my brand, my name? So obviously I'm not in the legal team, but if I'm Yellowcard, I would really consider not going through the suit. Maybe they could like settle out of court. Maybe there's work out some kind of deal where they get like a tiny percentage of the royalties of Juice World. Oh man, it's all types of nonsense. There's a place off of Ocean Avenue. I think of dead rappers I like to sue. Okay. The FBI. Oh look, the FBI says let's get Uno to sue them for their name. Yellow reverse card. That must be a game reference, because I never heard of it. Imagine killing your career twice. Oh yeah, that's right. Because of that, I'm not gonna say what it is, but If you follow the band long enough, you know what the second thing is. Not the Juice WRLD thing, but the other thing. Me likes the color yellow, or likes the color yellow. Yellowcard sues. Who came from Drew Gooden? Plus, I was here to check the dislikes. Yeah, again, I didn't know any of this story until I was bored. I was actually at work yesterday, and I was listening to this song, and I noticed the like dislike ratio. So I'm like, oh, I'm curious. I scrolled to the comments, and this is what I see. And I looked it up shortly before I started work, and this is what I found out. So I feel like I can make a video about it. So that's pretty much it on that front. And my stream has frozen. This is not good. This is not good whatsoever.